Hey guys, my name's Steven. Um, Trying out my first YouTube video, so I'm doing this on the fly. Kind of bear with me. Um, 32 now. I started reading and researching serial killers when I was about 16, 17 years old, high school. Um, before anything goes any farther, I don't want to say that I glorify them or anything. They just have always interested me how the dynamics of them killing people and getting away with it for so long, and just what goes on in somebody's mind that does this. I mean, obviously, you're looking at a couple posters that I put up in my room, my library room that I built onto my house. Um, but what this is mainly for, is my book collection, which take a kind of panoramic view of the room. You can see that I have a ton of them, probably around 600. Just serial killer biographies, not true crime in general. There's thousands and thousands of them titles, but I just got biographies of serial killers in general and individual biographies. Jack the Ripper, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, down to lesser known ones, Eddie Leonsky, Derek Percy, Neville Heath, Peter Curtin. About everyone you can name of them. If they have a biography out, I probably have it. And I was trying to look at other people's collections, and there's really not a lot on YouTube, so I just decided to post my own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick scan through all my shelves and comment when I can, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So here we go. Top shelf, a couple on Jeffrey Dahmer, the Green River Killer, BTK, Down to Gills to Rye, Zodiac. I got a bunch of rare ones. Man into Wolf. That's about the lycanthropes that were back in the 15th, 16th century. Broken Lies about Eric Cook, an Australian serial killer. And we got the second one down is The Monster of Dusseldorf. That's really rare. About Peter Curtin. Then Insanity and Injustice is about Arnold Soedman, the schoolgirl killer in Australia. Eddie Leonsky, the American GI, who killed 3 or 4 women in Australia. And down on, there's a bunch of soft covers that I have. Fall of the House of Gacy, that one's really rare. Nothing is Strange with You, that's Gordon Northcott, the Wineville murders. Then Bundy, Silent Scream, about Gerard Schaefer, and we'll get to him here in a little bit. Those 3 right in the middle, they're all about Gacy. There's 4 of them right there about Neville Heath. A couple about John High, the Acid Killer. Then up a shelf to Robert Pickton. Another one about Ted Bundy. Couple about the Ear-Ons, the East Area Rapist, original Night Stalker. BTK. Then on to the top shelf. Show of Violence, the guy that did some interviews with Albert Fish. Zodiac Killer. One of many that I got on Jack the Ripper. Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, that's about the babysitter, they call him, child killer. A couple rare ones on Peter Manuel. And then we go down, and the bottom of these two shelves, probably about 10 shelves of them are nothing but paperbacks. A lot of rare ones in here too. Like I said, I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but I don't do this all the time. This is my first one. So, some really rare ones on this shelf. Like Found Naked and Dead. It's about Jack the Stripper. This one I found for like $1 at a flea market. Burn Judy Burn. About Steve and Judy. It goes for like $250 for that paperback. It's so rare. The Sexual Criminal. John Paul DeRiver, medical director in Los Angeles. Mass Murder in Houston. About Dean Corll and Elmer Wayne Henley. Like I said, it just goes on and on. I've collected these, like I said, since I was about 17 years old, so 15 years of collection will get you a bunch. So if you have any questions or anything, just let me know, and I'll flip to the other side of the room. And here we go. Trail of Blood and the Cannibal by Albert Fish and Deranged. Delivers from Evil, Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper. There's a couple about the Moors murders. The Man with the Candy there at the end, that's about Dean Corll again. Bunch of books on Charles Manson, which he wasn't a serial killer, by the way. He ordered people to kill. Ted Bundy, Psychopathia Sexualis by Kraft Ebing. He's got a bunch of case studies of some really sick, perverted individuals back in the day. The Die Song, Herbert Mullen. This is my shelf of JTR, Jack the Ripper. All the way down to the Atlanta Child Killer, and the 4 books that have been published on him. Wayne Williams. And then across the way to John Christie, Rillington Place. Bunch of rare ones there. Born to Kill in the USSR. Bible John. Charles Sabrage. Son of Sam. Arthur Shawcross, The Misbegotten Son. Murder for Profit. It's an old book that's got a bunch of case studies in it. And we got a couple on couple of Australian killers. Things a Killer Would Know, Leonard Fraser. Born to Raise Hell and The Crime of the Century about Richard Speck. And we got about 4 of them on Ivan Milat, the backpacker murderer. Then we got the Letters to Gacy, which are some rare finds. And we got Killer, about Carl Panzram, an original hardback. And if you look close, that's Peter Curtin by George Godwin. Killer Fiction about Gerard Schaefer. Final Truth and Slaughter in Carolina about Pee Wee Gaskins. Those are very rare. First edition hardback is Zodiac. Scott Lee Kimball. That one's out of print. Monsters of Weimar about Fritz Harman and Peter Curtin. That's a rare find. And you get over here to the Juan Corona murders, the Memphis murders, the Street Cleaner, which is rare, about Peter Sutcliffe. A couple on David Berkowitz, and the Phantom Prince about Ted Bundy, the rarest of the rare. Found that in a flea market for like $3. About knocked the bookshelf off. I was so damn excited. So, that's about all I got. Nope, actually, sorry. If you go down here, I've even got ones underneath the open shells on both sides. And we'll cut across to here. And it's the same thing. So, like I said, hopefully you enjoyed my video, and that's what I'm into. So, hope you liked my collection. Thanks.